Okay, so I decided to review this instead of my friend Donner. Let's hope a fanboy get pissed. Hey guys, in here. So yes, right, if I'm talking weird, cause I have a toothache, and I took some ibuprofen, so like half my mouth is numb. So yeah. Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War is the big event that this. Don't let people fool you thinking this is a movie. This is not a movie. This is an event. Marvel, this movie doesn't even feel like a movie. It's an event. I mean, there's credits, there's scenes, there's music. That's about it. I'm not even gonna explain the plot because, like, by the trailer, you can already tell what the plot is. Thanos is back. He's here. He's causing some shit, and now Avengers Infinity War. So obviously, this movie, the fanboys are gonna fit. Now, I'm kind of, I don't want to say, part of me is upset about, like, okay, there's three types of people who watch movies. There's the fanboys. The fanboys, they don't give a shit. As long as it's accurate to the comics, they're good. They crave the same old shit. Then there's the snobs. The snobs are film critics who only give good reviews to movies that are dramatic or Oscar worthy. That's it. They can have little comedy in there. That's not it. For me, I'm in the middle. I try my best I judge movies on two things: entertainment and well-made film. For me, it was a little bit of both in this. I mean, it was more entertaining than it was a good story, but I'll still give it points for that. So I was getting so here's my main thoughts of the movie. Let's get into I just admit it, Thanos is probably the best villain that's been in Marvel so far. For me, it's kind of like everyone agrees with this. Like, if you watch any Marvel movie, the villains are always the worst part of them because they're written horribly. They last one movie and they don't really do anything. But this movie, they've been building up Thanos since the beginning. So they've been building up Thanos since the Avengers. So they actually had time to build him up, and they totally did. Really, there's not much character development because, I'm kind of glad they didn't do that much because really, I was expecting these big long scenes where Guardians of the Galaxy were explaining their backstory to Iron Man. That didn't happen because really we've seen all these characters at the beginning. We've seen their stories in separate films. And no, I didn't see Black Panther because fuck that. But really, really, these kind of characters they are, and it's so cool to see them all together. At least we can see that. I wasn't expecting Iron Man to be with Doctor Strange. Yeah. One of the things I was very worried about in this movie was having the Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers movie, because the directors, the writer and directors is the Russo brothers. Now the problem I have with that is I don't think the only person who should write for the Guardians of the Galaxy is James Wan, because really he made the last two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and I was like, you can't do that because the only ones who can do Guardians of the Galaxy good is James Gunn. James Gunn is perfect for that. He's proved himself to be good at doing these kind of movies. But the Guardians of the Galaxy didn't feel too off. They feel kind of off because, let's face it, guys, someone else is writing for them. But at least the actors who play these characters were like, that's not how the character would say that. How the character would do that. So it was a little bit of a levity. What I'm going to say to you guys is that honestly, the movie, it doesn't even feel like a movie. It's an event. It's an event. And the movie, it's so hard to talk about it because I'm scared spoiling every single thing because it's This movie is impossible not to spoil. I mean, because really, just mentioning it, I did enjoy like most character interactions. Thanos, like I say, is one of the best villains of all time because Josh Brolin plays him great. There actually was some good acting in this movie. Robert Downey Jr. was really good in this. So was sorry. So was I forgot her name. I forgot entirely. I just woke up, guys. I'm sorry. But really, the acting is great. The camera work's pretty good. I mean, like, the effects didn't bother me too much because this movie, of course, it's a Marvel movie. It's going to be tons of CGI. But one of the things I love about this movie is how real the action feels. The action is incredible. It's like the best Marvel's done. Because, like, I'm going to spoil it because you guys saw it in the trailer. The scene, Iron Man's coming out the door. That scene leads into like the camera following him, because some shit's going on in the city, and they act like, oh shit, we gotta stop it. I mean, it's so perfect, and like it just the acting. Sorry, the camera work is so good, and the action feels way more real than it ever has before. I don't think they wanted this movie to feel like a movie at all. It feels like a comic come to life. Because everything just kind of happens. Sometimes you have characters talking about, like, we need to stop Thanos. Or just fighting. That's basically what the movie is. And that's why I love it. Because it feels just like a comic. But then again, I have to go to my film critic, my filmmaker side, who says we can't just judge it on how much cool effects there are. Thank God for Marvel, I have one main problem. It's only one problem. The movie's too long. It is way too long. The movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. We're probably saying, well, Dylan, it's one of a two-part series. Yeah, I understand that, but you could have trimmed this down way much. Especially since, really, shit doesn't get important until like maybe the second half of the movie. So you guys could have cut a lot. Maybe cut all the bullshit with Scarlet Witch and Vision. I didn't care about that whatsoever. Either one of them could have died. I didn't give a shit. But obviously, this movie, that's just one problem I have. Like I said, the action is great. The acting is really good, and it's so cool. A little part of my fanboy. It's a little part of the fanboy side. It's not a big part. The fanboy in me is just freaking smiles whenever I see freaking Star-Lord and Iron Man just talking. And it's funny as shit. I mean, this movie's really funny too, surprisingly. There was a few moments where I was just busting out laughing. This movie had some good contrast to it. So I'm going to give Avengers Infinity War B. B+. So fanboys, don't get mad. I didn't make it A. That was one problem. One. It could have been a lot worse.